with me is John, and
Nice.
and he has a very nice poster over here, and I request John to explain me the poster. Yeah.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, what I did is I looked at drivers of nutrient water quality within the Laurentian Great Lakes, and to assess these drivers, I used a machine learning framework to see what's important in driving nutrient water quality in the Great Lakes drainage basin. So to effectively train my model, I need monitored time series data of water quality across the Great Lakes drainage basin. In order to effectively represent water quality, I also need discharge. So here you can see where I have my co-located water quality and discharge monitoring stations. But even with water quality, well, there's a lot of gaps in my data set, right? You're lucky if you get water quality data that's, weekly measurements, let alone daily. So I have to fill in the blanks in a representative manner. And that's where this WRTDS comes in. Is really I use this dynamic regression-based model to effectively represent continuous water quality within a stream. And then from there, with this representative continuous water quality, I calculate an annual flow weighted concentration, which is really a biogeochemical signature I use to look at an annual snapshot of water quality within the Laurentian Great Lakes drainage basin. And once I had this annual snapshot of water quality, this flow weighted concentration, I trained my random forest machine learning models. I let the machines do all the work for me. So when we look at the drivers or the most important variables in this framework, we can see for dissolved nutrients, dissolved nitrogen and dissolved phosphorus, that tile drainage in agricultural and urban landscapes really play an important role in driving nutrient water quality. And when we apply these frameworks and these refined models further across the entire Great Lakes drainage basin, we really see these hotspots of phosphorus in the Lake Erie drainage basin, and we also see this hotspot of dissolved phosphorus that's on the Canadian side of the Erie-Huron corridor. And this hotspot of dissolved phosphorus, that's really dissolved phosphorus, that's what's important for and it's most conducive for algal growth, for biotic uptake. So if we're concerned about things like eutrophication and algal growth, these hotspots are really good target areas where we can look at for management practices. And this spatial distribution of these annual snapshots of water quality, they coincide with other published values. And when I look at the loadings that are calculated from these machine learning models, they coincide with other published values of nutrient loads across the Great Lakes. So in a nutshell, I'm using this data-driven approach and the drivers that are important in my water quality models make sense. And not only that, I'm getting, relatively reasonable results. So I'm getting kind of the right results for the right reasons. And I think it's important to balance our process understanding with these data-driven, these machine learning approaches to make sure they complement each other. So that's my poster in a nutshell.
Thank you very much, John. It was really a very nice explanation, and I wish you all the best with this one.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure. Pretty exciting stuff. Thanks again.